Hello, everybody. This is Yoko's Anime Reactions, and this is going to be my review for Hunter x Hunter episodes 4 and 5. I had actually already edited episodes 4 and 5, and then episodes 6, 7, and 8. And I've gotten up to episode 18, I think, recorded already. So for that person who's been asking me to do more Hunter x Hunter, you're getting your wish. And actually, I will try and do more next week because I plan to finish JoJo's Bizarre Adventure tomorrow because I only have 4 episodes left. So, yeah, I will finish JoJo's Bizarre Adventure tomorrow, and then I will try and do some Monster Rancher tomorrow because I've kind of been putting it off a little bit. But I will try and at least get halfway through Monster Rancher by the time next week is over. So, for Raven Fighter, if you're wanting Monster Rancher, you will get Monster Rancher. I will try and get halfway through that show for you. Because, well, it's a 73 episode show, so I need to try and get through it as much as I can. Anyway, episodes 4 and 5. They're having to follow the examiner, and the guy with the computer is assuming that, based on this and such, we only have to run a certain amount of distance before we get to the end. It gets to that point and past it. And they're still going with no end in sight. This guy ends up failing, obviously, and not even getting, to the end. And we learn about Kurapika's family issue, and apparently, as far as I can tell, correct me if I'm wrong on this one, but the only reason that their eyes are targeted is because they are red. Okay, that's it? Just because they are red? I mean, don't get me wrong, natural red eyes, even, through their bloodline and all that, is still rare and all that, but if that's the only reason, that is stupid. Now, if they had some kind of power to them, like, for example, in Naruto, the Uchiha eyes, or the Hyuga eyes, then I could understand taking them. But as far as I know, I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments about that. If that's the only reason they're sought after so much, that's a stupid reason. But yeah, he's planning on avenging his family and getting their eyes back by trying to get all kinds of wealthy clientele and be able to get access to black market information. And once he gets that, I'm assuming it'll be a lot easier to get the information that he wants. And we actually find out that that reason Leorio is wanting money so much is because he has a friend who is sick, and he needed a surgery, but it was too expensive. So he was trying to become a doctor so he could do the surgery himself, free of charge. However, medical school is also expensive. So this is why he wants to be a hunter. So that way he can earn a lot of money so he can go to medical school and or pay for that surgery. Either way, that's the reason why. So yeah, he does have a bit of a noble reason for wanting just, money, money, money. So it's not just, I just want money. No, he wants it so he can help his friend. Which is good. And like I said, a bunch of people start dropping like flies. And the funny thing is that Gon and Killua don't even get tired running the entire way. And they actually race each other to get to the front once they get to where they see light at the end of the tunnel. And they actually end up passing the instructor at the exact same time. However, some guy shows up claiming to be the examiner, and that the examiner that they thought they had was a fake, trying to lure them into the swamp so them and other creatures could eat them. At first, you aren't sure what to believe until Hisoka decides to take matters into his own hands and attack both him and the examiner. Examiner was able to deflect that easily. The other guy died. And he explains that the reason that these guys are picked to be examiners is that they are hunters and thus can easily deflect that sort of thing if they need to. And so thus prove that that was the actual examiner and not a fake. So, yeah. they now have to follow him across the swamp and make their way to where, they're supposed to go. Before, how long? I don't know, at some point. But a bunch of people get lost. The fog is so thick that some people get lost, essentially, and end up running into traps and running into enemies. And by enemies, I mean monsters. Some of them decide to go after Hisoka, and I don't know why, but that was very stupid, considering this guy, dissolved the guy's arms immediately and had the balls to attack an examiner. Not a smart idea. I don't know if they died, but they were at the very least knocked unconscious, if not dead. Leorio and Kurapika ended up seeing this, and they decide, now's not the time to be fighting this guy. We are getting out of here. At least Kurapika did. Leorio couldn't just stand by, though, and let this happen, so he tries to attack the guy and ends up getting knocked unconscious himself. Thankfully, Gon shows up and tries to help, and he actually was the only one able to actually get a hit on him, but that was by surprise. And thankfully, decides not to kill Gon, and he tells them that they passed, and at first, when I heard this, I thought he was part of the exam committee and all that, and that he was working with them. It actually wouldn't surprise me if that was the case. But he appears to be working with the guy with the pin stuck in his face and body, so I don't know what's going on there. If he's part of the exam committee, that would make perfect sense. But if not, then I don't know. Maybe he passed by his own personal standards. I don't know. But anyway, he brings Leorio to where everybody else is at. And Gon and Kurapika head to where they're having to go as well. Because he's following the scent of Leorio's cologne. Anyway, I'm going to get to work on everything. And I will see you guys next time.